All right, so moving on, I want to talk about kind of like what stage am I at? Now I'm gonna try to keep this video short too. I would say that at this point, if I was to compare it to myself 3 years ago, 8 years ago, 20 years ago, or really just 3 months ago, where would I be right now? First of all, I look at it like this, right? For me, making connections has always been super easy. All right, I've been told by people who might have thought that, like, when some people are like, oh, this guy's struggling, and somebody will tell them like, you got no idea, because this guy can make connections and talk to people like that. He can make friends in a fucking second. Like, you have no idea, like, you know what I mean? And they're saying that even if it's whatever the case is. And there's a lot of people. I know there's at least, I can think of like 20 or 30 people would say that at least, if not more. But anyways, my past is a goals, but we don't need to get into that. But where would I be right now? I'd say, okay, so connections is definitely one thing. And I know I got the connections now, number one, right? Number two, it comes down to like the caliber of the person. And let me explain to you a little bit. So I used to spar a guy, right? He was older. I was 19. He was probably 30 at the time. He started amateur boxing like when he was 25 or 26. Okay. This guy had an experience of maybe 20 or 30 amateur fights. He went to Kansas for the biggest amateur tournament in North America. I would say the most competitive tournament in North America, amateur. And I think he had to do 6 fights in the tournament, and in order to pass, and he won the whole thing. He got the Kansas belt, and that was literally like a month and a half after I sparred him, or a month after I sparred him. I was kicking his ass, by the way, and he knows that. Yeah, he beat me up a lot before, but at my best, which I remember being with him was my best. I mean, it was just he couldn't. I didn't throw a lot of punch, but it was really easy for me because at that time I was in the sport. When you're training and practicing, you kind of have that form going on. So that was easy.